Okay, testing, testing, testing. All right, excellent. Whew. All right. Hey, everybody. Cash Vault back here tonight. And I'm going to make this live fairly, probably kind of quick, not too long, because it's already almost 11 p.m. at night and I'm pretty exhausted from the past few days at work. So let's just start rumbling through this. So, as you guys know in the title of this live, we are here so I can discuss my upcoming Disneyland trip in California that I'm going with Scottiplier and his family due to his sister getting married. It's kind of like her and her fiance's kind of like bachelor and bachelorette party, and if you will, and some kind of a celebration down there at the same time when both of us will be able to go to the two parks, one park per day. I mean, that is so exciting. And I can see Scott Applier, you made it in the chat. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry for the confusing links and the hassle of why I wasn't going on. Something was going all iffy with my software. But anyway, I'm glad that I finally made it. I have to do this just live, just straight from YouTube for now. So I don't believe that I could share screen anything when I'm in this mode. Oh, wait a minute. Can I? Oh, it gives me a share screen option. Okay, this is awesome. So I think it might work. I wanted to show you guys something when we start talking about Disneyland in a little bit. Um, but also, it's kind of a little informative, if you will. Some little more information about what's currently going on at Disneyland right now, whether it's the attractions that you're planning to ride on, and also of what time of year. Um, so, with that being said, we are going to. Um, all right. Give me just 1 second, guys. Okay, awesome. I have some stable internet. I'm also kind of looking at the feedback on my pad, so luckily it's running very smoothly. I love doing this with AT&T fiber internet with the Ethernet cord, making it extra stronger. I mean, this is really promising right now. So it is Halloween time at Disneyland. It's time to look at the big Mickey pumpkin on Main Street, normally in the same center where they usually put the Christmas tree for Christmas time. Um, it's going to be a little sad and kind of awkward not seeing the park all Christmas decorating. I mean, being all Christmas decorated, mostly because I usually don't really go to the parks with my family unless it's going to be like around Christmas time. We never really go during normal time, or we've never been at Halloween time at all. So this will definitely be so exciting. I can't wait to see it. My first time seeing it. Oh, okay. I think I'm just repeating myself. uh, but you can tell that means I'm pretty excited for it. So um, I'm gonna see if I can share screen this. So by doing some little research, I follow this website all the time, and it is. Let's see. Can I share my window? Yes. Amazing. Okay, cool. I can share my entire one. So, alrighty. Looks like it should be. Looks like it should be. Is it sharing? Is it sharing? Doesn't really look like it is. Uh, window. Okay, I think this is it. All right, awesome. So this is basically what I follow all the time. I follow this website here that's called um, undercovertourist.com. And what they do is that they pretty much blog and do like some news and updates of what's going on of like theme parks, of like sports, concerts, Broadway, and attractions, according to what it says here. Um, and of course, Disneyland is one of their big ones that they cover, like Disneyland refurbishments and closings. So you would not be surprised of finding out what dates that you will be there and what will be happening at that time. Like, for example, all ride refurbishments and closings are subject to change without notice. So it looks like in Disneyland, when we'll be there on our first day, refurbishments of things that will be closed from a certain date to whatever it'll be, or to be determined, which would mean in their vocabulary indefinitely. We can definitely see that the Disneyland story presenting the great moments with Mr. Lincoln, that is pretty much opened already. Um, it was debuted on July 17th of this year, which is already passed, but they still have this on like a closed status from like last year. Eventually the two will be presented on a rotating basis. So what this means is that they rotate, like different kind of stories. So it's not just one show and one kind of presentation. They do different versions and they rotate it off. So they close within a certain period, um, depending on which ones that they want to show. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. There were infinite Seans there for a second. That's what happens when you try to mirror exactly the window of like your computer screen, is that it kind of like echoes for a moment when you're in the broadcast software where you see yourself. Um so yeah, anyway, that was super strange. So yeah, and so here we have Haunted Mansion. It closed on the 9th of August until the 22nd, so that's good. We will be there to see the holiday overlay as the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. I love the Haunted Mansion at that time when my family and I are usually there during Christmas, but in Halloween time it's the same thing. So that's awesome. And Star Tours, I have to say about Star Tours, The Adventures Continue, they closed on the 30th of June for refurbishment. So, I mean, wow. I mean, the end of June. So that's July, August. They've been closed for like a little over 2 months. I have no idea why. I guess some serious work had to be done, but it's set to open on the 4th, which is the day before we will be there in the park. So I think, oh, we dodged a bullet on that one. I think we will make it to see Star Tours. I am so excited for that. The Storybook Land Canal boats are still to be determined, but we probably don't mind of skipping those. It's one of the little kiddie ones in the Storybook Land area of Fantasyland behind Alice and before you hit Small World. The Casey Jr. train has been down for a while too. They still have no idea about that. As well as Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, if they're going to close on the 2nd of September and they still don't know when they're going to open. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. We're going to miss Big Thunder Mountain. But, that's not the only roller coaster that we like there. There'll be several others. There's also the Mark Twain Riverboat Ride, which is set to close on September 8th to the 11th. So, maybe we'll have a chance to ride the boat on the rivers of America. That would be kind of a nice, cute, soothing sail. I also liked looking in the back of the riverboat where you see when you're on the boat and you reach the back of the river heading toward like the back like on the way into Star Wars land of the expansion, I like how you can see the little native tribal village, and it's kind of telling a native story. But that's been like refurbished and changed throughout the years because of some like politically incorrect kind of themes, if you will. It's like how Disney was looking at natives, and of course, over the years, they probably felt insulted and all that stuff. So, luckily, here, Scott, according to your question, there is no refurbishment listed for Space Mountain, so that'll definitely be open when we get there. That is our rope drop. So at least Star Tours will be open when we're there, especially Space Mountain. Of course, on the riverboat ride, um, well, probably not. I'm not talking about the canoe. I'm not talking about the Davy Crockett native canoe boats. I'm talking about the big white ship, the Mark Twain, the steamboat. Um, but you usually don't get wet on that. But anyways, there's the Pirates Lair on Tom Sawyer Island. It's not going to close until the 15th of September, so it'll be open when we're there. And also, what will be open when we're there would be Dumbo the Flying Elephant, like flying little carousel thing. I think that we're going to skip that one. I wasn't really into like that kind of a kiddie ride, although that version of like the Astro Orbiter rockets in Tomorrowland, that was pretty cool because that has a little more thrill into it. The Dumbo one is very similar, but it's kind of like slower and a little more juvenile, if you will. Mm. And also, that's it for Disneyland, and that'll be our first day there. Um, and then for DCA across the way in or Disney's California Adventure, unfortunately, we have the biggest one, which is everybody's favorite there in Cars Land. We will not be able to ride Radiator Springs Racers. I am a little bit bummed about that. Um, but at least they have the Incredicoaster open there, which I'm pretty excited for because the last time me and my family were there in the holidays of 2023, the Incredicoaster was closed for the exact 4 days that we were there, so I was not able to ride that last time. So this will be pretty exciting, as well as the last time we were there, Indiana Jones Adventure back in Disneyland was also closed for the exact same 4 days as Incredicoaster. So it's like we just made it there at a bad time for a couple of our favorites. But hey, it wasn't enough to bum our entire trip. It's not the end of the world. Um, Yeah, Scott, it really is sad. I'm sad the Cars ride won't be up when we're there, but definitely Guardians and Incredicoaster. Definitely. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. That's definitely a good one. I love that thrilling drop. But at the same time, I kind of miss it being the old Twilight Zone Tower of Terror theme. I think that had a little more unique kind of like theme and setup with it. I mean, I liked the old like hotel look. I still liked the old the cast members that were in there, how they were like dressed as like bus boys and old like Hollywood turn of the century hotel people. And some of them look even kind of creepy. So, I mean, those were the days, of course. I mean, of course, that'll always be in my heart, but I have to admit, the Guardians re-overlay theme is pretty well done too. Especially, I like it when you get into the lobby and the inside. You can see some of the projectors and some of the artifacts from that universe. So that's pretty amazing. And also one closure in California Adventure that's going to permanently be going forever, but not until early of next year of 2026, luckily, would be the Monsters Inc. ride, Mike and Sully to the Rescue. It's that dark ride it's that dark kiddie ride inside that takes place when you're sitting in the taxi. Um, I will admit that was a good one I loved growing up when I was little. Um, But I sure hope that when we're in there, we'll be able to ride that at least once. So it's like in a way of me, like, saying goodbye to it forever. I'm just glad that we'll be there in this time of this year to have a chance to probably ride that before it permanently goes next year. So that looks like it's it for DCA. Everything else there, according to this, should be open. So I'm going to stop the share and head back. Stop the share and head back. Here, head back to the software. All right, excellent. So that is pretty much the entire idea of what to expect of what's going to be closed and what's going to be available there in the park during those dates. If you're going to be traveling there around those times or around this time of the year, that's the stuff to look out for. But it doesn't look like anything, it doesn't look much like we would miss a lot of our favorites. I mean, there's probably a couple. I mean, especially Radiator Springs and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I was really looking forward to those, but hey, there's others. And I'm glad that some others are open again when we're going to be there that I was not able to ride the last time that me and my family were there, if you guys know what I mean by that. So yeah, I missed the old Tower of Terror Twilight Zone. That was still in the Disney parks in Tokyo when me and my family were in Japan. Yeah, that's still there. And I think it's still that theme in the Disney World in Florida as well in Hollywood Studios. I think that one is still there. I don't know if they changed that overlay to Guardians yet. I think it was a planned project, but I'd have to research Disney World for that. And then, of course, park food. You don't want to miss any of that. Absolutely not. Um, I'm not really sure if we'll have exactly some time to like actually go and book a reservation to sit down in an actual restaurant in the park because obviously those are very pricey and I would just be okay going up to like any like food counter. They have some food windows you can walk up to that usually a lot of people do with mobile ordering on their phones. And you can just pay for something that you want there. You wait on the side for a few minutes or so, and then you take your food and you can go and sit down anywhere it's available and just eat it. That's what me and my family always did. We got nice deep fried corn dogs on Main Street. We had their nice salty buttery popcorn. We had their nice stuffed churros for like a dessert. I mean, I loved the jelly fillings in those things. And we also liked getting hot chocolate on the main streets Starbucks. Yeah, the food counters, and we already have restaurant dinner plans for both days. Yeah. So I mean, of course, I'm not talking about dinner. I'm talking about once we're in the park, um, whether we want some kind of a. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have breakfast already at the hotel. I think they give complimentary breakfast in a breakfast lounge before we leave the hotel, and then once we're there at rope drop opening in the morning, so we can eat breakfast pretty good and early, or once the lounge opens. Um, Head on our way there, park, probably take the tram through the parking lot to get to the Esplanade or downtown Disney, walk toward the park, and then get there to rope drop, and then until lunchtime, we can probably find a nice food place in the park, like the stands, the food windows, to have a little lunch or something to tie us over before our dinner plans. So that's what me and my family, we always used to do that. I'm pretty sure we might do something similar. And also, here's a good tip. If you don't want to spend quite a few bucks on, like, let's say $6 and something, which I'm sure it's probably seven now, but it was last time I was there, it was 6.25 for a bottle of Coke anywhere in the parks. And then I say, forget that. That's too overpricey for a soda. I'm just going to get some free water. which you can get at several places throughout the park. There are some special spots where you can bring your own like reusable bottle or reusable water thermos, and you can just refill it at a station that's free. They offer those things. You just got to ask a cast member where they are. So, yeah, other than that, I think we will definitely survive those days. We should also try and ride the Disney Limited Train. Yeah, I'm sure we'll definitely have time to ride that train, and I definitely also want to ride the monorail. The train, the monorail, and then another ride that's kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of a ride. I mean, just for nostalgia reasons, I want to see if we can ride Autopia cars. That was a big toddler favorite of mine when I was growing up very little. I still remember the old animation TVs they used to play in the line queue in the upper extended maze. There was a little roundabout where it's shady, and you can look in these dark windows and see the TVs of some Cars animation. Not the Pixar Cars kind of film and animation design, but actual talking cars. Those were wonderful cartoons, and they were pretty funny. Oh, yeah. Always liked getting my fake license. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I remember those cards. You can take your photo there, and then you can put in some little basic information about yourself, your name, maybe date of birth, and then blah, 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 blah. But anyway, you can tell I'm just so excited. One thing I will say, though, what I will miss, one of the attractions that's always there for Christmas time, that's not going to be there when we're there, is the Disneyland, is the, in Disneyland, is the Small World holiday overlay. Oh, sorry, my throat's dry. I haven't had anything to drink in a little while. But yeah, if you guys remember the Small World holiday overlay with the nice Christmas carols blended in with the theme, plus all the pretty decorations in there, that's not going to be there when we're there. But hey, it's still a cute ride to ride. I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. We've got Lightning Lane on our tickets, as what Scott's mom told me earlier, because it's like you gotta have that if you want to go through one park in one whole day. Otherwise, if you have just standard and you're in main queues all day, you're not gonna really make it. I mean, assuming if you wanted to ride everything. So yeah, I can't really wait for it. I can't wait for our flight to go down there, which it would be on the 4th. And we will have our days of the 5th and 6th in the park. And then I believe Sunday the 7th is our flight home. I'm also very excited. I cannot wait. Also, probably worth noting is my sister's wedding on Halloween Day, since the Disney trip is the bachelor party. Exactly. That's pretty much what this celebration kind of is. It's everyone's favorite. We're all there. We're all down there. That's taking place. So it's like might as well go into Disneyland for a couple of days, and the other park. So yeah, and we're just about hitting almost 25 minutes in the live. So that's pretty much it for the Disneyland discussion. Cannot wait to do it. And the announcement for this on this live that I mentioned in the topic is that my next video, or maybe after my next couple videos, there will definitely be a video in my season 5 playlist on my channel dedicating an entire slideshow and some video clips of my Disneyland trip with Scottiplier. We're going to take a lot of photos and some video moments, especially so you guys can see what it's like Halloween time at Disneyland. So please look forward to that. That'll definitely be up there, so you guys won't be disappointed. And it looks like you guys wouldn't miss out much when we're gone. So sometime when we come back from the trip, a video will be made and will be uploaded. And so during that time, my channel would be on a few days worth of a short hiatus because I'll be out of town and I wouldn't have this stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and coming to this live. And don't forget to press that like button down there when you have a chance or if it lets you. And also put your comment down below in the comments when this is archived, when you see this again, to put your thoughts of this whole entire live. If you had missed this live and were not able to put anything in the live chat, that's what the comments would be for. And so, yep, I'll definitely be our photographer. My phone's an amazing camera. Yeah, but I'm also gonna take some with my phone as well so that I can show my family. Also, it'll help for making the video. But we can also always send things and share things with each other. And we definitely got to bring with us backup and battery, those pack drive things. So you can like plug it in your phone. And you'll have instant charge throughout the whole day since, things around Disneyland now kind of revolve around using your phone. And that's going to take some battery out. So it's like bring a backup pack to keep it charged through the day. That's what I always do. It always works with me. So, yeah, thank you so much for coming, Scottiplier, and I will see you guys that have made it here. Thank you again so much. I'll see all of you guys on the next live or the next video. Please keep an eye out in the posts on what will be coming next. So long, everyone.